Hey guys, it's Ashley. I want to say hi, and of course, if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how y'all are managing this whole money thing, because it can get kind of complicated. You all, we're going to shift gears just a little bit, and we're going to talk about real estate. You all, I feel like my niche in terms of this wealth building journey is through real estate. There's 3 tiers, and I'll talk about those tiers of wealth building and becoming rich, wealthy, financially abundant, whatever you want to call it. And real estate is a part of that wealth building concoction. So you all, I am so fortunate to own not 1, but 2 condos here in the Washington, D.C. metro area. D.C. is one of the most expensive cities in the country, and maybe like top 5. I should probably check that. But it is one of the most expensive. It's up there with New York. San Francisco's a whole nother beast. D.C. ain't cheap. And I managed to own 2 units here with my own money. So I spent around $40,000 in down payments to get my homes, and that's a whole nother story, y'all. We'll talk about that. A lot of you guys are having questions about real estate, so I'm going to go ahead and explain to you my story and how you can do the same in the area that you live in too. So when I always wanted to be a homeowner, I knew I was going to be a homeowner. It was just a matter of when and why. But a little bit before my 25th birthday, I decided to go to a homeowner workshop. People talked about homeownership. I heard about it, but I was a little nervous. I was never really wanted to do it. I went to the homeowner workshop in Northern Virginia in Arlington. Next thing I know, I'm sitting with this woman who apparently specializes in DC real estate, in Northern Virginia and DC real estate. We looked around at houses, we got a budget out, and next thing I know, I'm signing a line. So here's, guys, my budget was very low, especially for DC. My budget was like $200,000. That's how much the bank approved me for, which is extremely low in this city. In Washington, D.C., it's extremely low. So I found a studio in DuPont. You all, my initial plan was to rent it out for Airbnb purposes. I was going to live in it for a couple months, and just for tax purposes, and I was going to rent it out. You all, everything about that condo was just bad. Everything. First of all, my real estate agent even suggested I not buy it in the first place. She said something about going under assessments. And a lot of the infrastructure for the building wasn't doing well. So they have to repair everything, which basically meant that my condo dues would hike all the way up. I bought it anyway because I made more of an emotional purchase, which I would never recommend to do. You all, this unit needed work. I thought I was going to be on House Hunters. So I was over here trying to renovate when I had 0 experience in renovations. I had to get 3 contractors. I spent thousands of dollars, maybe like $6,000, trying to renovate it and get it up to code. I had friends help me. I had coworkers, colleagues help me, you all. And then next thing I know, I can't sell. I wanted to sell. I was very unhappy with it. You all, just thinking about it was giving me PTSD. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anything and everything you could imagine went wrong. I didn't get along with the front desk lady. We had a lot of issues. And you all, they wouldn't even do Airbnb. Apparently, the condo association would not allow it. So the whole point of me purchasing the condo was completely eradicated. It wasn't even so frustrating. You all, I even lost my full-time job partially because of being there and being at that condo and not being at the job enough. You all, long story short, I ended up getting a tenant last minute. I got a tenant, and I've had that place rented out ever since. Now for this unit, it is breaking even. So that means that I'm not necessarily making a really big profit on that. And a big reason for that is because I didn't know a lot of the real estate investor lingo and number crunching to use in order to see if the property would be profitable. And I wanted to do Airbnb in the first place, so I'm like, it doesn't even matter. All these things, you all, are wrong. Don't think like that. Please don't think like me. It's wrong, it's bad, it's wrong. It's wrong, it's bad, it's wrong. Don't do it. But I'm so fortunate that I still have a tenant there. She's phenomenal. And that part has been working out. I was battered, broken, and bruised, but I still wanted to be a homeowner. I still wanted to do it right. My colleague when I worked at Morgan Stanley, my colleague suggested that I start doing it again, try again. And there was a condo in Anacostia, which is an up-and-coming area in DC, that didn't take any down payments. I didn't get approved. I applied for a loan I did not get approved. So it was two times before I got approved for a mortgage. So 3 times. Everyone thought I had too much debt for my mortgages, or I was an investor, or I was a very risky borrower. But I ended up purchasing a home in the northeast area of DC, which is up and coming. I got approved. My real estate agent was the same one. She did her thing, y'all. It's a really nice 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom unit here in DC. And this property was definitely worth the investment. I live here. I have a roommate. She's helping me with my mortgage. There's nothing but appreciation in this area. So it's all good stuff. So the second time, I definitely did it better. Now, to save the down payments, I did have money from Cracker Barrel, of course. I've always had my money from Cracker Barrel, money from Founding Farmers, from waiting tables, and I had investments. And the second time, I actually had to pull from my Roth IRA in order to fund my second home, which I was kind of upset about doing, but I'm like, it's still an investment. I want y'all to know it is possible. Purchasing your first home is possible. You just have to figure out what you're willing to cede on. What are you willing to sacrifice in order to have the home? I was willing to live in a small space. I was willing to live in an area that was up and coming. It's not super fancy, super sexy. I was able to do all of those things. That's what I wanted to do. And it's working out. Some of us want the bells and rings and the whistles now. You all, it's going to come, but you have to start somewhere. So definitely go on your budget, talk to a real estate agent, and get the property that's going to be the most profitable for you all. We're going to keep talking about real estate, you all, but I wanted to let you guys know a little bit about my story. And if you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to let me know. You guys are phenomenal, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.